Hello and welcome to another edition of Brilliant Scotland. I'm Rebecca Day.
And I'm Neil Murray.
Today we're in Glasgow's historic centre in the Merchant City, home to Glasgow 2014 Commonwealth Games and beyond the finish line. More on that later.
Now remember, you can follow us on Twitter and get involved by tweeting us your own little brilliant things by using the hashtag #SomethingBrilliant.
It's all about the little things that make a big difference, whether it's recycling old furniture, helping people across the road, or making people realise their business potential.
Now let's have a look at what's coming up on today's show. Today we'll be taking a look at some of the amazing work being done right across Scotland by volunteers, by the Big Lottery Fund and by groups of young social entrepreneurs right here at Beyond the Finish Line to try to build a lasting legacy after the Games.
How these school students helped create a community garden on the site of a disused sewage works.
We've got out for tea and cakes with people in Possil.
A filmmaker's road trip to Orkney as community activists learn new ways to tell their own stories about the Commonwealth Games and the Queen Baton Relay.
How one art student managed to overcome adversity despite losing 3 years of work from the devastating Glasgow School of Art fire.
And how Georgian political cartoonists have inspired a new talent on Scotland's video art scene. Here at Beyond the Finish Line, they've been helping young social entrepreneurs to turn their ideas into reality, to do good in their communities after the extravaganza of the Commonwealth Games has faded.
Rebecca's been looking at one project which has been training people all over Scotland in how to tell their stories about what the Commonwealth Games means to them. As Glasgow was putting the final touches to its 7-year preparations for the Commonwealth Games, a devastating fire caused massive damage to one of the city's prized buildings, the Charles Rennie Mackintosh Glasgow School of Art.
The fire didn't only cause huge damage to the building, it also destroyed the work of scores of students as they prepared to make their final year show.
However, as our roving reporter Caroline Golly now reports, it may not have went as intended, but through lots of teamwork and goodwill, the show really did go on. Now, the Imaginarium in Possil is also linked to some of the budding social enterprise projects based here at Beyond the Finish Line. One is this mobile aquaponics unit where fish feed on algae and fertilise this miniature herb garden.
And turning an unlikely and actually pretty and pleasant place into something useful and beautiful is right at the heart of our next story. Just a few miles south of here in the East Renfrewshire town of Barhead, here's Caroline again. What a transformation! It's amazing to see what can happen when communities decide to work together on something, and across all ages too.
Absolutely, and finally we've been meeting one of Scotland's most inspiring new video artists, Rachel McLean. Now, Rachel's really interested and inspired by great political satirists of our time, and she does this to create elaborate, thought-provoking and pretty quirky stories through video and music. She's got a new show on this summer in the Glasgow Centre for Contemporary Arts, and we went along to have a look. We hope that some of the stories here will inspire you to get involved in some of the brilliant things that are happening in your own local community.
You can find out more about all of today's projects by visiting the website dosomethingbrilliant.co.uk. And while you're there, why not tell us about some of the amazing things going on in your local community?
That's it from us.
Goodbye and thanks for watching.